Hi Scorpio, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings from the heart. Let me just get comfortable here. Hope you guys are well. Today is your May 2017 month ahead reading. This is delivered a little bit late with everybody else, I guess, this month because I've been really busy as usual. So we're going to see what's coming in for Scorpio, Sun, Moon and Rising signs for the month of May 2017. So Universe Spirit, show me what's coming in for Scorpio. Show me Scorpio, what's coming in for Scorpio for the month of May 2017. Show me what's coming in for Scorpio. What's coming in for Scorpio. Show me those born under the zodiac sign of Scorpio in May 2017. What is coming in for Scorpio in the month of May 2017. Show me what's coming in for Scorpio in the month of May. Scorpio, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. Show me what's coming in for Scorpio, Sun, Moon and Rising signs for the month of May 2017. Show me. Okay, so we have shuffled the deck, Scorpio, and what we're going to do is split the deck as usual. And as you know, when I do my readings, we do the first layer, talk about that, and then I add clarifiers. Because the clarifiers will either open up a reading or they'll put a different spin on it, okay? And when I say the clarifier, the second card that it pairs with the first can either explain how I do my clarifiers. Is the second card can either explain why we've got the first, or it will form a sentence with the first. So you'll see what I mean. I mean, obviously, those of you that have been watching my videos for a while know exactly what's going on with me, right? So the present situation. Oh, what is this? Oh, what is this for Scorpio? You've got some really weird energies showing up for me, and I don't know why. But it ends well. It should end well. I think that there's an ending to some friendships for you guys. I think this is what it is, and I think that the challenge is kind of dealing with those things. You've got a really kind of eclectic, like different types of energy cards showing up for the month. We're going to start with, for some of you guys, a root issue is showing an Empress, and it's a mum. It's a mother, or it can be a female, you know, person around. It can be that you're a mother, maybe. Usually the Empress is the card of the mother, all right, that shows up. It's a nurturing card. For some of you guys, there might be a pregnancy here. Going on, but there might be something not so good around pregnancy happening. So for some of you guys, if you've got some plans that you've been nurturing for a while, there might be something that doesn't go according to plan, because the root issue for the month is the Empress. And as I said, the Empress can be about your, you know, your environment, your comfort, projects that you're working on. Usually when you get Empress, it means that you're sitting in comfort. It really does. If it's not, doesn't mean a mother, if it doesn't mean pregnancy, if it doesn't mean any of those things, if it doesn't mean a maternal figure, then it usually represents, you know, that you are comfortable. You know, your living conditions should be comfortable. You should be earning, you know, nice money, or, you know, you should be able to buy nice clothes, or, you know, it just means comfort and luxury. You're living in a luxurious, you know, environment when you've got an Empress. So that's the energy. What's underpinning the month of May is either a mother, or it could be another woman maybe as well, or, you know, it could be a friend. Whoever, an Empress doesn't have to be your mom, and an Empress doesn't have to be you. It can be anyone that you feel is close to you, somebody that you feel is warm and loving and, you know, kind, and, you know, all of those things come with an Empress energy here. It can also be, you know, attraction, relationships, growth in a relationship, that type of thing. You guys in the month of May 2017, where you're celebrating something, this is you guys, Three of Cups, there's a friendship here going on. Now, Three of Cups can be an alliance, it can be to celebrate something, it can mean, you know, usually because it's a number 3, it means a group, and a, you know, a group of people. So it can be family members, it can be friends, it can be an agreement with others that you're reaching. So this is you guys here in the month of May 2017. You seem to be quite happy here in the month of May 2017. However, the focus for the month is on the Three of Swords. Maybe there's something that needs to be clarified here, because the Three of Swords is often a card that represents head and heart decisions. And it's also a painful discussion. And it's funny how we've got 2 threes and we've got a 3 underpinning the readings. And we've got 3 of Swords being the you now or stroke external situation. We've got the 3 of Cups in the you now position. It's a very nice position. You guys are this in the month of celebrating happiness. You know, there's a real sense of camaraderie here when you get this card. So there's an agreement maybe here between you and others happening, Scorpio. But as a result of this, the focus for the month will be on the 3 of Swords. I think that this might be thrashing something out. I think it might be that there are discussions. Could be with family members, could be with friends, all right? But only because why would we have a card that says that this is the card of unity and this is the card of separation? They're 2 different energies, but why is one enforcing the other? You know, not unless there are friendships. You guys are involved in friendships, and as a result of those friendships, the focus is on the 3 of Swords. It might actually be repairing relationships, come to think about it. Because I think if you guys, the external factors are showing the 3 of Cups, and you guys are in this happy kind of, you know, there's friendships, there's talking, there's camaraderie, there's agreements being made between you and others here, Scorpio. And as a result, because when I do my readings, I look at the external factors, or what I call the you now, and this is how you approach the situation, or the situation that you feel that you're in, or, you know, how you are viewing a situation, okay? So, or it could just be what's going on around you, or what you're involved in. So you're involved in a friendship here, or there's an agreement going on here, and that's why it feeds through. When I look at the external, it should really act as a lens through which we see this card here. So we're seeing a friendship here. But as a result of this friendship, the focus will be on the 3 of Swords. And I think that this is a repairing of a friendship when I look at it. Because this is you, 3 of Cups. This is the external for Scorpio. You're focused on agreements. This is the card of the 3 of Cups. 3 of Cups, we look at it, they're clanking glasses. There's union here for you guys. And as a result of that union, the focus for the month is on 3 of Swords. There's been a difficult situation that needs to be repaired here. What's underpinning this? Well, it's the Empress. It might be somebody who's been, you know, it might be a very powerful woman. Empresses can be powerful women. Or it can be a mother, maybe, that you are trying to, you know, you know, form some sort of, I don't know what this is agreement with. There might be somebody around you who you've been having issues with. This might be the person, because this is the person that's underscoring the reading. This is the person for why the focus is the 3 of Swords. Alright? So this person here, the Empress, is the reason for why the focus for the month is the 3 of Swords. Now, when I talk about a present situation, Scorpio, I'm talking about what your focus is for the month. So this is the whole month. You've got this 3 of Swords going on in May, and it's not bad. Because what's underscoring it is that there seems to be a female here, an Empress. Can be a beautiful woman, can be, as I've said, a maternal figure, can be somebody who's quite nurturing, can be a friend, could be anything. And it seems to me that you guys, the external factors shows a friendship here, in which the focus will be on the 3 of Swords. Some problem that you guys have had here. So I think that this is, between this card and this card, it's about repairing something that has gone awry. Okay? And then you've got this Empress underpinning the situation here. So this is a very strong individual here underpinning the situation. Okay. We've got, as a result of this Empress energy, there has been some upset as a result of this. So this must be somebody that's very much, and I don't think it's you. I think it's somebody other than you. I think it's a friend. I think it's a parent. I think that this Empress is somebody who means a lot to some of you Scorpios. It doesn't even have to be, you know, a woman. It can be a man, somebody who's quite nurturing. But I think that there's somebody who's quite nurturing in your life. That's why it's showing as an Empress. And I think that the focus is on a disagreement that you guys have had. And this is the whole thing. But I think it's on repairing it. Because in the you now position, the external shows a friendship here with the 3 of Cups. This is why the focus is on the 3 of Swords. Now, the 3 of Swords is not in the reverse. When it's in the reverse, it talks about things of basically being repaired. When it's in the upright, this is very much still alive. I feel that there's a friendship. The focus for the month will be on some heartbreaks, some difficulties you've had within the friendship. What's underscoring that problem, though, is an Empress. Mother, friend, maternal figure, whether it's male or female. Seems like this person has been causing you some worry here, maybe. 9 of Swords is showing up. Your worry is death. it's not physical death, it's major changes, or it's an ending to a friendship or a relationship. It could also be that the help is this though, because especially as you've got this friendship, and as a result of that friendship, the focus for the month is on repairing this with the Three of Swords. Perhaps because there's somebody that you've not been getting along with, the Empress, who's been causing you some worry. The hopes might be that there's an end to this problem with the Death card. The best case scenario for you guys is the King of Cups. Approach the situation with love and care, because this is you, Scorpio, King of Cups. This is also telling you to keep your head above water and to weather the situation, because that's what King of Cups does. King of Cups keeps his head in a crisis. That's why he's sitting on the turbulent water on a very heavy throne, because he's keeping shit together. So really the best case scenario within the first 2 weeks of May is just to keep your shit together. We're going to get, before we look at the future cards from that, you know, the final 2 weeks of May, Scorpio, what we're going to do is we're going to pair up some of these energies and see what opens up for us. It's really interesting so far. At first I was a little bit nervous when I saw all these dark cards, and then I thought, okay, no, this is something else. Let's see what comes with the Three of Cups. Let's see if it can tell us why we've got this Three of Cups, or, you know, if it can explain something else. Well, it seems that there is maybe, you know, a friendship with a King of Swords here. The external factors is showing a King of Swords. So this is a person here, King of Swords. And I feel that the external factors is showing probably, it's either that you've got some form of a reunion, because the Three of Cups can talk about a reconciliation. So potentially there's going to be a reconciliation with a King of Swords in the month of May 2017 here, because it can be a friendship or it can be a reconciliation with that Three of Cups, and you've got a person showing up a King of Swords. So it could be that there's a reconciliation with a King of Swords showing up here, which is why the focus for the month, now it should show a good card after this Three of Swords, or it should show a card that's showing some form of solution being made on that Three of Swords. Let's see what comes up. Right, I feel that the focus is on overcoming this, because you've got the Three of Swords here, and then you've got this Chariot. And the Chariot means that you move on. So often when you get the Chariot, it means to move forward. Alright, other readers might explain this combination a different way, but every reader's different. For me, you've got hurt, pain. But with the Chariot, because the Three of Swords is such a stagnant energy, and it really is, because when you're hurting over a friendship, Scorpio, this doesn't move, not unless it's in the reverse. So when you get it in the upright like that, it means that it's stagnancy. It means that pain and hurt is still there. There's still a lot of problems going on with the Three of Swords. There's still a lot of kind of pent-up anger and pent-up hurt with this card. But with the Chariot, because the Chariot is such a active energy, for me this is about moving on from this thing with the Three of Swords. So I feel that there's a reconciliation. Three of Cups. So, you know, becoming friends again with a particular person, making up with a friend, or if this is somebody that you've not been getting on with, I think there's going to be, you know, a rekindling, as it were, with the Three of Cups, of a friendship maybe, with a King of Swords energy. And as a result of that, the focus will be overcoming this Three of Swords energy, overcoming some hurt that this person might have caused you. Because the root issue is the Empress, and let's see how this factors in. Whoopsie daisy. I never take cards that flick out like that. I take notice of them, but I don't. I always put them back into the deck. So the root issue is an Empress, and okay. God, I know I've got loads of threes in this reading, loads of them. There's a Three of Wands here. Let me just think about this combination a moment, because we've got the Chariot, the Empress, and the Empress is about abundance and growth. The Three of Wands is often a card that represents some form of expectation, or it represents to wait, or it represents to look to the future. I'm noticing that this person has turned their back on an Empress, okay? Because I can see, I also deal in tarot interaction. So it might be the root issue is somebody did turn their back. Maybe you are the Empress. Maybe this is you, Scorpio, showing as the Empress here. Maybe this person turned their back on you, because you've got this Three of Wands person turning their back to an Empress person here. So maybe this person turned their back on you, they're ignoring you, they're not taking stock, or they're not really showing that you're valuable, because the Empress is a very valuable. Maybe there's a reason why this Empress shows up the way it does. Maybe it's trying to explain that Scorpio is a very valuable person, that Scorpio is beautiful, it's valuable, it has a lot to give, but maybe somebody didn't recognise that and they turned their back on that with the Three of Wands. Maybe this person thought that there was better. Alright, but it's almost like, you know, you don't get the Empress reverse, which says that something was failing. okay, that says that the crops were failing, that there wasn't any potential within the situation. It still shows potential. So it could be that somebody still turned their back, even when there was something that was quite, you know, healthy and something that was quite vibrant, which is what the Empress is. So it doesn't necessarily have to be a woman, it can be a situation when you look at an Empress. And an Empress represents something that's quite vibrant, something that has great potential still, something that's quite abundant still. But for some reason, I'm looking at the tarot interaction here, somebody seems to have turned their back on that with the Three of Wands of energy showing. And as a result of that, we've got this Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands and Justice, and some of you guys may have been upset because something had come to a final conclusion. Justice is actually a final conclusion card because it wraps things up. It represents to be complete, you know, to have completion on a matter. Okay, so some of you guys might have been upset because of a conclusion. And also, you know, I'm looking at the Empress and the Three of Wands, and the Empress for me is a card about you know, we've got 2 threes here, and threes usually represent early stages, and we've got a lot of threes going on here. A lot of threes. Now, when within tarot, you can deal with numerology. You can look at certain cards like an ace to a number 3 is an early stage card. 4 to a 6 is mid-cycle, and 7 to a 10 is things that are wrapping up. We've got a lot of early cards here, 3 of Cups. But usually I wouldn't use 3 of Cups as being like an early situation. And I certainly wouldn't use the 3 of Swords because you can be hurting and in the 3 of Swords stage for years. And you can have a friendship with the 3 of Cups for years. But cards like the 3 of Wands, I do see this as an early stage card. I see it as something that is, you know, right at the beginning. So you're right at the beginning of looking at something here. The Empress, funnily enough, rules the number 3s within the tarot. Okay, and Empress is really about, you know, the small success that comes. Or you have had, you know, you've had an early success, or you've had some form, it's the initial success of a situation here. So it's almost like if something was quite abundant, as something had really grown here with this Empress, it's almost like early stage, or somebody turned their back on something, just as it was about to flourish. It's almost like somebody turned their back on something I'm seeing here. And there is upset, there was upset over this Justice here. So there was upset that maybe somebody had made a decision to do that. Or there was upset that, you know, something had come full circle with the Justice energy here. Your challenge for the month, Scorpio, is death. Now, death is the ending. It might be, and I don't think it's, you know, I don't think it's a help now. I think it's a challenge, because I think that you're worried about something being over here completely. Wrapping something up, and you've got a World card as well. Both cards, the synergy between World and death is it's ending of cycles. So it's endings and the wrapping up, you know, an ending and learning a lesson. So it could be that, you know, because we've got this World card showing here, the World card is far more, I'm not saying that death isn't a positive card, but when you get something like the World, it's a nicer card because it represents, when something comes to an end, it's in the nicest of ways. But the World can also be, because it represents the journey that one has been on and the lesson that somebody would have learned, it could represent that, you know, your challenge is learning a lesson. You know, ending something, and maybe with the World card, you know, learning a lesson with this energy here. And I feel that there's something that you don't want to learn, because it just looks like you guys have reconciled with someone. It looks like an air sign doesn't have an air sign. The King of Swords can mean somebody who was simply quite detached, who'd been detached for quite some time. But it's showing that the external factors, there's a reconciliation with the King of Swords, 3 of Cups. Some of you guys might be talking to someone again. And as a result of that, you know, whenever I look at cards like Chariot, they're about healing and progress. So it might be that, you know, the focus for the month would be moving on from this 3 of Swords, moving on from the heartache that this person might have left you with, Scorpio. So it's about moving on from that energy. Because this person here turned their back on you. And I feel that you are the Empress here, and this person had other ideas, and it might be that they decided that they were going to go out and search for other people. When you get the 3 of Wands, it's about expanding your horizons, meeting new people, getting new people involved. So this person might have turned their back on something that was good, you know, with you, Scorpio. And they might have thought, you know, well, there's better out there, you know. With the 3 of Wands, it's not just about looking to the future. The 3 of Wands is also about, because it's a number 3 card as well, it's also about looking to network and make other friends and make other connections. So this person might have been looking at making other connections besides yourself, okay? And that's why there seems to have been some worry over the completion of a situation here, or maybe this person's decision to do so with that Nine of Swords and Justice. Your challenge is to accept, or, you know, to end this thing and to understand what lesson you've learned through the journey you've followed with this individual. But I feel that that's the problem, because I feel that you want to move on, Scorpio, from something that someone has done to you in the month of May 2017. And that's why I feel that your challenge is that Death and the World card. And how I would explain those combinations together, because remember, every tarot reader is different. So we all explain a combination or whatever differently, what makes sense to us. I feel that this Death card, Death, remember, is an ending. So that's where finale, you know, finito, kapush, done. And the World card represents the last card in the major arcana. So we start with 0, the Fool, then you go up to the World. And all through the journey of the Fool's journey, he's learning a lesson. He finally comes to the World and he says, I get it now, I understand. I've been through all. So there's an understanding that comes with the World card. So it's an ending and an acceptance, if you like, with the World card. An acceptance of an ending, I would call the Death and World probably together for myself. I feel that you guys don't want to end something here, and you don't want to accept some form of a truth. That's your challenge. Because I feel with those two cards, Death and the World being your challenge, it's almost like something is niggling at you. Something's bothering you about this individual, or something's bothering you about taking this individual back, or talking to this individual again, or reconciling. Something's really getting to you, or else why would the challenge be death? Especially as you seem to, for some of you guys, Scorpio, you seem to be reconciling, talking again. You know, the Three of Cups is about reconciliations as well. So when you get the Three of Cups, it's coming back together. It's a friendship with this King of Swords. We know that there was some problem with that individual, because the focus for the month is getting over this issue. Three of Swords and this Chariot together. The Chariot is to make progress and it's to overcome obstacles. Okay, it means success. The Three of Swords is a card that says, I've been hurt, but with the Chariot, let's move on from this. This person, to me, the way that I read the cards is, you know, there was a perfectly healthy relationship, and they decided that they thought there was something better, because there's nothing wrong with the Empress. There's absolutely nothing wrong with this character, and there's nothing wrong with the situation of the Empress. Everything is beautiful and healthy. So why on earth is somebody turning their back on this? Wow. Because what does it say about the Three of Wands? Maybe there was something better. Maybe somebody thought there was something better out there. And as a result of that, you've got this Nine of Swords, this worry, this upset. And I think it's coming from your point because of justice. It could also be that maybe, especially as we have the King of Swords here, and this is a Swords card, maybe this person worried because of the decision they made. So it could also be that this person turned their back on you, and they might have been worried because of the decision they made. The challenge for you guys is ending this thing. And with the World card, kapush, that's it. Turning over a new leaf, ending off a cycle. And that's the challenge. You know that there's something wrong with someone here that's you're reconciling with, or you're talking with again in May, I feel. I think you know that, because I think they did something to you. I think this person did something. And I think you're trying to, all months you'll be trying to overcome this thing. But I don't think it's going to be easy. We've got this King of Cups as the best case scenario. So the most likely outcome for the month of May. Let's get another card with that. Well, I feel that this, you know, it's the old adage, isn't it? That forgiveness is the best thing that you can do. Do you know what I mean, Scorpio? So what you get a lot of the time is that, you know, people say, you know, I just had to forgive this person because, you know, I didn't feel good not forgiving. I prefer just to forgive because it makes me feel a whole lot better. Okay? And I feel that, you know, we've got this King of Cups and the Emperor energy together. And I feel that it's almost like, with the King of Cups would forgive. That's what the King of Cups would do. The King of Cups is an empath, and he's sympathetic, but also he is someone who, because he's a king, he takes charge of his emotions. And I feel that because this King of Cups takes charge of his emotions, it almost factors through to the Emperor that this gives you the mental, the logical and the rational stability that you need to cope with this situation. So I feel that for some of you guys, we've got an emotional card with a logical card, with a rational card. So you're mixing emotions with logic, and one influences the other. This King of Cups energy of love and support and kindness and understanding influences the Emperor that takes a stand on the situation, because Emperors also represent decision makers within the tarot. So it is the emotion and how you feel, and the fact that, you know, with the King of Cups being the type of person that he is, and this is you guys here, that you say, you know what, I don't really like what this person did, but you know what, maybe, you know, my spirit says, maybe I should just forgive and forget. You know, maybe I should just let bygones be bygones, because, you know, this then will give me, you know, the moral stance that I need to move forward with this situation. So I feel that we have a very emotional card influencing, you know, the decision that you make on this situation. So I feel that you will allow, and it's not, you know, I think that you guys are very, very rational in the month of May 2017. So I don't think I think that part of you is a bit pissed. And I think that part of you doesn't want to forgive a particular person. I think because this challenge here is really, your challenge is ending this thing, wrapping it up with the World card, ending it, you know, with the understanding of what has gone before, and happily just going over the edge and moving on. And that's your challenge, because this is something, when it's a challenge to you, it's something that you know that you should do, but you can't do. Okay? So, you know that whatever has happened here, you know, this King of Swords hurt you. And I think it's going to be forgiving this individual that's going to be the most difficult thing. But I feel the best case scenario within the first 2 weeks is to allow your emotions to, you know, to inform your decision with the Emperor card. To inform how you know, the stance that you take on the situation. The immediate future, though, the second 2 weeks is showing the Five of Pentacles energy. And the Five of Pentacles represents estrangement. We'll get a card with that and see why we've got this five, or if the other card can give us a sentence on this, maybe. Okay. I think that, you know, we've got this Five of Pentacles and we've got the Temperance card. Now, the Temperance card, when you get this card, Temperance means that you need to manage something. So it means that you need to, you know, it's not many a card within the tarot. Two of Pentacles is another one. It's about managing a situation. And I feel that even though you guys are still slightly estranged, it's going to be a case of, in the second 2 weeks, that you're going to be able to sort of manage the situation between you. I don't think it's going to be all, you know, roses and light and all of that stuff. I think that you're going to kind of possibly distance yourself a little bit from this individual, and with that Two of Pentacles, there's going to be a kind of understanding that this is the way that it needs to be at the moment. Because the Five of Pentacles is a card about estrangement, especially when it comes to friendships, relationships, whatever that might be. Five of Pentacles represents estrangement, and the Temperance card means that you need to manage that. Okay, you need to manage that. So you need to kind of, you know, not be, what's the word? Show anger, or, you know, not feel like, oh, well, it doesn't feel right. I get the impression that these two cards, what I'm trying to say with them is that something, it's not the same. It doesn't feel the same. Things don't feel the same between you and somebody else in the second 2 weeks of May, Scorpio. But I feel that you just manage the situation for what it is. I think you just understand and you manage it. Because I think with these two cards, things, the way the story is flowing to me, is things just don't feel the same. They're not the same. Even though you've managed to forgive, because this King of Cups, the best case scenario is you allow your, you know, your emotional awareness and the fact that you're in a really good place, Scorpio, you allow that to inform the decision of the Emperor. So if you look at the King of Cups and how he's having a word, look at that. Can you see how he's having a word in the Emperor's ear? He's speaking to the Emperor and he's saying, you know what? You know, I'm a king, but you're greater, you know. So this is, you know, more kind of the psyche that's speaking. Your emotions are having a word with your brain and they're saying, you know what? Just for pity's sake, just forgive. Just forgive the bugger, yeah. They did something, but you know what? I would feel more at peace and I would feel more kind of centered and together if I did this. So if you think about the emotions, the heart and the head being characters, this would be the heart, and it's speaking to the head of the Emperor. Some people want to say that the Five of Pentacles, you know, and you know, Five of Pentacles is about two people who are together through thick and thin, and it might be. Because this can be explained that way as well, Scorpio, where you get the Five of Pentacles, two people are together through the good times and the bad. And, you know, with the Temperance card, there is a lot of, you know, you couldn't explain it that you guys were together through good and bad, and then you've got Temperance card. I think that, you know, we could say, or that, you know, Temperance can be healing, for example. So it could be that you learn to heal through that because of the fact that you stay together regardless. Brings healing to the relationship, the Temperance energy. We could probably explain it in that way. But I feel that, you know, this is more about things aren't the same. I feel that there is a little bit of kind of a lack of, I think that there is a recognition maybe that there is a little bit of a lack of depth here, but it is understood and it is managed. Whatever it is that's missing here with the Five of Pentacles in this particular relationship, it seems to be managed with the Temperance energy. So there seems to be a general understanding now of what this relationship actually is. We've got the, it's just like, for example, if you wanted to look at the Five of Pentacles as, you know, financial instability. Temperance to me says you would manage that financial instability. So you would work through exactly what it is that you have. Do you see what I mean? So if you've got, I don't know, $100 or £100 left in the bank after you get paid your monthly wages and you've paid out all your bills and you've got this money for food and clothing, you're going to, you know, this would say, well, I've got a little bit of money left, and the Two of Temperance card would say, well, how do I manage the money? Okay, so I need to do this here and this here and this. So it's all about kind of the management of a relationship. So we recognise, I feel, that in the immediate future for Scorpio, what's going on with this relationship is there's a little bit of instability in the relationship after whatever it is that's happened. You see, and this is why the focus for the month, Scorpio, is, you know, this Three of Swords and overcoming this energy here. And that's why the immediate future says, well, you're overcoming the energy, but we recognise that you're still on unstable ground with the relationship, but you learn to manage that. You learn to compromise, because the Two of Temperance card also means to compromise. So you learn to compromise over the situation, Scorpio. We've got what you'll face is the Five of Cups. Let's have a look at what shows with that Five of Cups, though. Let's have a look. Well, you know, again, we have another three. So there's definitely a friendship here, a group, a friendship, something. You've got too many threes to say that there's not something of a friendship going on here. More than one person, for example, a group of people, or, you know, there's just too many threes showing up here, too many of them. But you've got the Five of Cups, and again, this is the loss of a friendship, because you've got the Three Cups that are downturned. So Three of Cups, Five of Cups usually means the loss of a friendship. Some people usually say, oh, well, you know, the friendship's behind, they've got, you know, they shouldn't be feeling down, they should be concentrating on what's behind. Well, I don't agree with that analogy of the Five of Cups. These Two Cups suggest the relationship that's gone. The Two of Cups here behind this guy, and the Five of Cups. And the Three of Cups is in front of the guy is really, for me, the admittance that the friendship has failed, because now the relationship is behind them. And, you know, what we've got is the Three of Pentacles with this. And the Three of Pentacles, it's weird because you get this friendship and it's still there with the Three of Pentacles, because you're still talking, you're still discussing. But I feel that there is a recognition that the emotional happiness that this relationship had is gone. Okay, I feel that the because we've got two different energies. We've got Cups and we've got Pentacles. So it might be with the Three of Pentacles, you guys are still doing stuff together. So, for example, if it's a work-based thing, you might still be having to work together. But there is the loss of the friendship within that framework, I feel. So I feel that you guys are still doing something with this friend, with this person, but I actually feel that the emotion is recognised, that there is still very much the feeling of loss with it. So it's almost like, I get the feeling that this will be quite a hollow relationship going forward, to be perfectly honest with you, Scorpio. Your fears are the devil, and I'll only read that as a fear, because I think it is a fear. We'll get another card with that. Now, the fear means to be afraid, to let go, or the fear of the devil can often mean, you know, to be in an unhealthy relationship or to be controlled by another individual. I feel that the fear is, because we've got a Page of Swords here, and the Page of Swords is either, you know, communication, standing up for the truth, or the Page of Swords often represents ideas. And it's almost like the devil is controlling how you are acting. So the fear is, I feel, that you are not really acting or doing exactly what it is that you feel you should be doing around this friendship, or whatever this is for Scorpio in the month of May. Because if you look at the Page of Swords, but what I'm looking at, the trouble with me is I'm a tarot interactionist, so I always look at the interactions and I look at the Page of Swords. And I look how this page wants to cut the devil. So can you see how it's swiping in? So I'm going to read that interactionally, okay, because it's such a strong figure for me when I look at this. I have to look at it in terms of an interaction. And I feel that your hope is to cut some form of a bond here, because you've got the bond here of the devil, but you've got a page that wants to cut it. So I feel that this is more about talking and communicating. I feel that something's not being communicated really. This is what I'm getting the sense as. Because even though we'll go back in a minute, it's really interesting reading for you guys. And I'm just looking more deeply into the cards as I always do, I guess, Scorpio. But I just feel that, you know, we've got this Page of Swords. Look how it wants to strike out at the devil. So basically, you know, when you get swords, they're used as weapons. But it's a weapon of truth against what is not truth. The devil is a lie. The devil is a seductive card. The devil says, you know about the devil in the Bible and how it's the great deceiver. So the devil will represent a lie, a liar. And what the Page of Swords represent, if it's in the upright, if it's in the downright, it's a liar too. But if it's in the upright, it represents being honest. And really what we want with this Page of Swords is to cut through the deception of the devil. All right? Because there is a deception going on here. And what your hope is to do is to cut through the deception of this relationship. Because it is a deceptive one. Okay? I feel that it's a deceptive relationship. The outcome shows the Four of Wands, which shows a nice ending, really. But we're going to get the outcome card with another one. I feel that happiness with this Four of Wands is really just a dream with the Seven of Cups. Because you've got the energy of the Cup card. You've got no real solid energy with these two cards. Four of Wands is often the card that shows a stable relationship. And it shows a happy relationship. And it shows a minor success in a situation. But I feel with the Seven of Cups, this is really kind of just a dream. Because the Seven of Cups is a dream card. And it's a card that says, I've got a wish. Or something's on a cloud. Or it's up in the air. So I feel that this friendship or this togetherness. Or, you know, really getting this friendship together. It really is up in the air for you guys. We're going to go back through the reading. It's a really interesting reading for the month of May 2017, Scorpio. But I think it's an important one for anyone that this resonates with. I feel that some of you guys, let's go back to the beginning. I feel that some of you guys could begin talking. Three of Cups and that King of Swords. You know, I feel that you could begin talking, you could begin communicating. It might be that you're reconciling with an individual with a King of Swords. Could be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Doesn't have to be. It could just simply be somebody who's been kind of nasty, because King of Swords can be quite cutting. Or it could be somebody who's, you know, being a little bit detached, that type of thing. The root issue might be that we have this Empress card. It could have been that there was a pretty damn good relationship here. It might be that somebody turned their back on it mid-flow, you know, at the early stages. Something was going good here and somebody decided maybe they wanted to, you know, expand their horizons. Maybe they wanted to venture out and, to, you know, and meet more people or have different friends, or they thought that there was something better around the horizon. So they kind of turned their back on something that seemed perfectly good between you and this individual. And as a result of that, it might have been that you were worrying, you were upset, Nine of Swords, over the justice, over the justice that had been served. Now, it seemed not in the reverse, and it should be really, but it's not. Which lets me know that with your worry over justice, this is the consequences. So, to me, worrying over justice, it's justice that's been served, but it's not reversed. When it's reversed, it says that it's not right. It's a miscarriage of justice in the reverse. When it's in the upright, it says the cards that you've been dealt in terms of a situation, Scorpio, it's deserved. Because whatever it was that you did, you're bearing the consequences of it now. It could be that this King of Swords here, that you've reconciled with, you know, as a result of turning their back on you, maybe, Scorpio, maybe they're upset over the decision that they'd made prior. But however, if that's not him or her, then this could be you. This person turned their back on you. They turned their back on a good situation between you and them. But it might be that you were worried because you've received your justice. Maybe you knew who this person was. And, you know, you still did something. You still went there in whatever capacity that is with this individual. And now you're getting your justice. It's like, oh, shit, why didn't I think about it? Why didn't I, you know, why did I ignore? Because it's almost like somebody turned their back on you mid-flow or early flow in a relationship. Something was good here, but somebody, you know, and it was all good, but somebody wanted to see what was on the horizon. Somebody wanted something better, I feel, here with this Three of Wands. And therefore you were upset because you kind of, with the Justice card, I feel, knew exactly what type of individual this was. Your challenge is, I feel, with the Death card, saying it's over. Okay, and that's because of the world. what you've actually learned about this individual. And it shows here that if you guys are worried about justice, you're worried and you're upset because what you put out there is what you got back, sort of thing, if that makes any sense. Because to me, the justice card should be in the reverse if it was a miscarriage of justice. If it's in the upright, you're worried that justice has been served. And that justice is a consequence of what it is that you've put in. Because it's a law of attraction card. And you reap what you sow with the justice card, okay? So for some of you guys, it might be that you've been upset because, you know, you knew who this person was, that type of thing. And you are challenged by the notion of ending something here. Okay, and that's because you've learned something with the world card. That's your challenge. Because there's still something not right here with this individual. Which is why in the present situation we can see reconciliation with the King of Swords. Talking again with someone here. It seems the person may have turned their back on you. Early stage. However, it seems that because there's a reconciliation, you want to let bygones be bygones with this Three of Swords and the Chariot. Alright, best case scenario in the month of May, alright, most likely outcome is you're going to just forgive and forget. You've got your emotions and you'll be emotionally driven with this Emperor to say, let's bygones be bygone and let's kind of like just forget this whole thing. However, there will be some instability in this relationship in the second 2 weeks of May, but you're going to learn to manage that with the Temperance energy. However, what you're going to experience is that though you guys may still work together with the Three of Pentacles, sorry, the Three of Pentacles here, I feel that there's going to be some emotional sadness that the relationship maybe is just not the same. Alright, this is how I would read it, because I'm reading the story in such a way, so I'm reading this thing. You know, we don't have the, you know, the Three of Pentacles is a card about plans, and it's a card about communication, and it's a card about plans coming to fruition, so initial success on a plan. But you've got a Five of Cups, which says that there's sadness here. So for me, this is, you know, it's not in the reverse either again. So it's not a reverse card. This is upright. You've got a Five of Cups, and this is sadness. All right? This is somebody who feels emotionally sad at the ending of a relationship. It could be the ending, maybe, of a professional relationship or something like that. But there's a sadness over an ending. Because, you know, Five of Cups doesn't even have to be sadness over an ending of anything. Five of Cups on its own is sometimes just the loss of something, and that can be in any capacity. So we get a card that says what you'll experience is loss. And it could be, possibly with the Three of Pentacles, of some plans that you guys were making long term, for example. So it just seems to me there was a breakup of something here. You've learned to forgive and forget. You're trying to forgive and forget. There's some form of reconciliation. Things are not the way that they were, though, as they were in the past. You're still harbouring some drawbacks around this individual. It seems that there is a loss in terms of some plans that you guys were making. And it must be because we have the Five of Pentacles here, instability within the relationship, and the need made with Temperance to take time and repair that. So just trying to manage things. And as a result of that, what you'll experience is maybe the loss of some prior plans that you guys had made here. Because what you want and what you're hoping for, Scorpio, is to get the hell out the truth, man. You know, this devil is the deceiver. Remember in the Bible, the devil represents a deceiver. What the Page of Swords wants is the truth. All right? So what you're hoping for is the truth. And until that truth comes from this individual, how can you guys make any progress? You can't, because you need the truth. You need the truth of the devil. You need it from the devil. See how that Page of Swords is swiping in on the devil? Now that's younger, that's a little person. And the devil is a huge, big monster. But it's not afraid. It's like the David and Goliath bullshit, you know? This page is saying, give me the bloody truth. It's like Clash of the Titans and the Gorgon or something like that, you know? Or it's like Clash of the Titans and Medusa. You know, you're not willing to fight something. So for me, this is about fighting for what you want. And I do feel the hope in a way. If we were to turn these cards around, Scorpio, it would be you guys really fighting for what you want. And how you get what you want truly out of this relationship is telling someone to tell you the truth. And this is what you want. You want the truth. Page of Swords is always a card that represents I want the truth, standing up for the truth. It's basically smashing in on that devil and saying, do not deceive me, I want the truth. So I feel the hope is to get the truth of the situation, because I feel that you guys can't move forward unless this happens with this particular person. And as a result of that, you've got this Four of Wands. I feel that this happiness, this camaraderie, this, you know, happy celebratory mood is really just a dream with the Seven of Cups. Because I feel that until you get the truth from a particular person in May, until they literally fess up something to you, Scorpio, this relationship is going to be very, very difficult to repair. You'll try and repair it. I really feel that you guys are going to try and repair something with a particular person, but I think it's going to be difficult. I really think it's going to be difficult. Because I think that this person, whoever this person is, has done something. And I feel that you know, it's almost like you're not getting the truth out of the situation here. You know, why did they leave so early? You know, why did they turn their back on you? Why did they ignore you? Why did they not see your value? Why was that? You know, why was that? You know, these are nice energies that you use your emotions to inform you on a situation, to make an informed decision with the Emperor. But that's not even enough, because you're still just saying, okay, let's let bygones be bygones, but you're still not getting to the heart of the matter. And the only card here that really tells, and even here, there's instability in a relationship, but you're just going to manage it, and you're just going to try and repair things. But even still, you know, this is why, you know, when I do a Celtic cross, I'll look at the immediate future cards, and then I'll look at what the overall outcome is. The immediate future shows an unstable relationship in which somebody is trying to repair, or they're trying to manage it. So instability is trying to be managed, I feel, with this Temperance energy. And therefore the overall outcome is happiness is not truly realised with this Seven of Cups. Because happiness for me with the Four of Wands is really just a dream with the Seven of Cups. So there's no real kind of completion on this situation for some of you Scorpios in the month of May 2017. It's almost like you're still floundering, and you've got this King of Cups and the Emperor, and this could be the best case scenario or the crowning thought area. And your crowning thought area is important because it tallies in, it matches up. So position, hang on, where are we? We're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So position 5 and position 8 in my readings tally up together. This is your crown. This is your hopes. Your crowning thoughts here are to allow your emotions to inform your decision as an Emperor, to take a stance. Okay, so your emotions is informing basically for me your logic with the Emperor energy, but your hopes are, I want the truth. Okay, your hopes are to get the truth from what you consider to be probably a fairly kind of untruthful situation. There you are, la 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 la, yeah, let's be friends again, let's whatever, but you want the truth of the situation. So though your crowning thoughts are, well, let bygones be bygones, you know, be the bigger person basically with this King of Cups I feel in the Emperor energy. Your hopes will be, but I want the truth. So it's not enough. Two cards that kind of contradict each other. On the one hand, you're being all nice about it. On the other hand, I feel with the Devil and the Page of Swords, you're saying, well, no, this is not enough. I need more. And so I feel that you guys need more from a particular person in the month of May 2017. I think you need the truth before you can really repair a relationship. Let's get your angel card on this reading, Scorpio. So, Universe Spirit, show me. What is the advice that you have for Scorpio in the month of April 2017? Show me. What is the advice? What is the advice you have for Scorpio? Show me the advice, angels, you've got for the zodiac sign of Scorpio in the month of April 2017. Show me. Tells you to let go. There you go. Let go of the situation. And that's what it's telling you to do. Alright? But that's interesting, because you guys so not want the truth. I feel that you recognise that, you know, there is, you know, failed plans in a way, because you've got this Five of Cups and the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles is a healthy card. It's about making lots of plans for the future. But the Five of Cups shows that there's disappointment over this, or it shows some doubt around this, because Five of Cups also represents doubt. So there's doubt over making plans, and that's because your hopes are, I need the truth. And until that truth is achieved, the overall outcome is, well, this togetherness, this true happiness, this true kind of reconciliation, which the Four of Wands can often show, it really is just a dream. Everything's up in the air. Plans are up in the air. The universe is telling you to let go of the situation. Let's have a little read of that from the booklet, Scorpio, and see what that's exactly telling you to do, what the advice is. The time has come to let go of this situation. Stop focusing on how or when it will be solved, or even why it occurred. Relationships that are unhealthy or unfulfilling should be released in order to allow something better to come along. Don't worry, God and your angels have everything under control. A key aspect to manifesting your desires is to ask for what you want and then release it to heaven. If you've drawn this card, you may be holding on too tightly to the way your dreams will unfold. Make a wish and then leave the rest of your angels. It could also mean that, you know, again, this is it. The happiness card is just a dream here. But I would read it as it is just a dream until you get what you want. What I would say, Scorpio, is if this resonates with any of you guys, and if you are trying to get the truth out of someone and you feel that they're not telling you the truth, I would say do not settle for less. Because I feel that even though we have two terrific energies of the King of Cups and the Emperor, and how I've interpreted them, I feel that these cards say that you're settling for less. Because you're kind of just doing the, you know, the bigger man, or be the bigger thing, or the bigger person. You know, people always say, be the bigger person. I have to forgive this person because I've got to be the bigger person in this. Some people don't give a shit if you're the bigger person. Some people literally don't give a shit. If you let somebody get away with something, they'll get away with it. So if somebody does something to you, and, you know, I've had it many a time, you know, I'm a classic Scorpio, basically. I could hold on to something till kingdom come. That's just the way that I am sometimes. It just is, you know. I don't always do that. I try my best to let go of situations because it gives me my power back. But say, for example, you know, I've worked in certain places and I've come across some really nasty individuals. And, you know, I've discussed it with my family and stuff, and they said, you know, just be nice, you know, be the bigger person, you know, show the person, you know, what it is to be a nice person, this, that. And you can do that, and there's nothing wrong with that. But some people are narcissists, and some people literally won't get it. And some, you know, it just seems to me that somebody in this reading is quite willing to have everything okay. They're quite willing just to have you be okay with the situation. And yeah, they've done something here. Okay, but they're the kind of people, this person in the reading seems to me, reading between the lines, this King of Swords, I don't see much of him doing fuck all in the reading. I really don't. Alright, I see that you guys are doing something here, and you're saying, okay, let bygones be bygones, but I don't see where his or her input is. Alright, see you guys trying to manage something. I feel, Scorpio, you know what, when it says to let go, I feel that the angels are saying, if somebody's not willing to fess up and say sorry, or say this is what's happened, then I feel that you need to let something go here in May. That's how I'm reading this. This is how I'm calling the reading. You know, as I've said, a lot of people will say, oh, be the bigger person and, you know, just forgive and forget. I think that it's very difficult to forgive if you can't forget. I'll be honest with you, I really do. And that's not a bad thing, it's just human. And for me, you know, being the bigger person is standing up for your rights and not being taken for a mug or being taken for an idiot. So some people would be quite happy to have you say, it's fine, let's just, you know, let's just come back together and be friends and forget all about the past and blah blah. And what's going on with them is they're still carrying on with their bullshit. They're still doing whatever they do, and they're not changing who they are, but you're rather accommodating. And I feel that you're accommodating for this situation in the King of Cups and the Emperor energy. Okay, because the King of Cups is speaking to the Emperor. He's having a word. The emotions are informing your logic on this situation. Alright? But sometimes being the bigger person in that way, it's good for you, but sometimes somebody else is taking the piss and they're getting away with something here. And I feel that if you're not going to get the truth from an individual, Scorpio, in the month of May, then I would say let the fucker go. Just let the whole thing go. Because what will happen is that you'll give your power away and you'll say, it's fine, don't worry about it. Okay. And then you'll skim over the situation and they'll have got away with some pretty bad behaviour. So I would say, in the month of May 2017, get your truth. Let's cut the bullshit now. Let's call the deception. The devil is a deceiver. And the Page of Swords says, give me the truth. Stop deceiving me. Because Page of Swords is holding up the sword of truth. And he's saying, I'm about to strike you here now. I'm about to tell you some shit. I'm about to tell you about your business. So give me the truth. If somebody's not willing to give you the truth, Scorpio, in May, fuck them off. That's what I tell you not to do. Oh, God. Sorry. All right, that's your reading, Scorpio. Sometimes I make myself laugh. Bloody hell. Yeah. It's a funny way to end a reading, fuck them off. But that's, you know how I stay. I'm just like your, I guess I'm kind of like your auntie Carol, or I'm like your big sister Carol or something like that, Scorpio. But yeah, that's the reading for the month, all right? It's all good. It's all good. You're in a very powerful position, but use your power wisely. Oh, I've just noticed that the top of my dress has come undone. Let me just put this back up again. I think that you're in a very powerful position for the month, Scorpio. And therefore, I feel that the reading is telling you to use your power wisely. Don't be a mug and don't let anybody take advantage of you. Use your power wisely because you've got it. If somebody's not right for you, fuck them off. As I've said, let it go. as the angels advise you to do. That's your reading for the month of May 2017, Scorpio. I'd like to say thanks ever so much for joining me, and I will see you guys again in June. Mwah. Take care. Bye-bye.